What's up, y'all? Jay back again with Trench Collectibles, doing another eBay unboxing, Comic Con shipping review. Got another Batman lot today. Says it's a mixed 18 lot, Batman and other, but from the pictures I'm looking at, it looks like it's all Batman. So, get the lot for $19.20 in total, and it's 18 comics. So I paid about $1.07 a comic. I was gonna take a short little break from ordering comics because I had so much to go through and organize and list for sale and add to my collection. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of basically a bunch of organizing that had to be done. So I was going to take a break, but eBay this past week, they did a deal where you get 5 times eBay bucks, and then I'm getting 5% back on my Discover card through PayPal this quarter. And also they're doing cashback match because it's my first year with the card. So I can get up to, and then I'm using Mr. Rebate, so I can get up to 16% cash back altogether, like in best possible. The best situation would be 16%, but at least 11% at the very minimum. So I went ahead and took that deal up because it was only going for a day or two from what I saw. When I looked at it, it only had a day or so left. So I went ahead and just tried to rack up on a few more Batman lots to add to the collection. So yeah, I'm going to have more coming in. I think I got like 8 more coming in. So you're going to have a bunch of more of these videos coming up. But we're going to crack this one open here and take a look, see what we got. Looks like a good mixture, just random Batman stuff. None of it looks to be too old. Alright, my knife. I'm going to fix y'all up so y'all can actually see what's going on. Now, first thing I can say is just the cardstock envelope, and it seems like he's got some kind of hard cardboard in there protecting it. And this is a pretty good way to ship. I opened quite a bit of packages that are packaged this way, and this ain't bad. Yeah, I still think the burrito method I do with the corrugated cardboard is way better. But you know, this ain't bad either. This really ain't bad. Now that's considering that the comics are affixed to the cardboard, and the cardboard pieces are big enough to like cover the whole face of the comic, because if it's not, then the corners won't be protected, and that's the biggest thing with these comics, is the corners getting banged in. So we're going to cut it up and see how it went. Just from feeling through the envelope though, this one feels like it's not going to be bad. It doesn't appear like any corners like caved in or nothing. I mean, you've got some here, but you know, it doesn't look like it destroyed the contents. But yeah, let's go on and open it up, take a look. Alright, so maybe there isn't any kind of hard protection. It seemed like there was. Maybe they're just packed together tight enough that it seemed like. So yeah, there's no kind of hard protection there. I guess that book just kind of had a harder cover. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a typical soft cover. It's more like a trade paperback type hardcover there. I guess that's what I was feeling. So yeah, no kind of protection was added. They just shipped them in the envelope. So that's not all that great for the shipping, for the packaging, I should say. I'm not. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of damage here and there. Like for instance, this. You can see that plain as day. So that's why you want to affix some kind of, if you're going to use this kind of envelope, make sure you got a big enough cardboard piece to cover the whole face of the comic on both sides of the stack. That way the corners won't get crushed. I mean, you don't want the corners crushed. And then whatever you're having surrounding the comics, like you had this paper, this straight paper envelope, you want this surrounding the comics, and then the boards on the outside of that. And then you'd want to tape them. You don't want to just cover it with tape, but you want to put enough tape on there so the comics don't shift around out of those boards. So this is I'd say this is a subpar packaging job. However, I mean, it doesn't look like anything was damaged too bad. There are a couple examples. I just showed you the first one that I saw right off the bat. This thing here, it's the Batman and Spawn still in the plastic. It looks like it's all warped up and stuff, like it had moisture damage or something. You know what I mean? Or maybe it had like too much atmospheric change. See what I'm saying? You can pop it in and out, it's warped. And if you look closely, you know, just the edges are all banged up. This I'd probably take out of the plastic, just because, I mean, I'm glad I got these books because I don't have them, the Batman Spawn. But I don't know, the condition they're in is just not that great. But for banged up corners, yeah, I'm seeing a couple other banged up corners. This one had a bag and board, but I see the corner of the bag and board is banged up. It looks like it got the corner of the comic just a little bit. It's hard to see there. Get this light shine on it just right. You can see how the corner of the bag and board is banged up, and it just barely got the comic. Yeah, a few of these are the trade paperbacks, and you're seeing a lot of minor corner damage there on a ton of these. So a lot of them got that going on. It still might be a decent deal. Okay, here's some of the other. I guess in the pictures they just didn't include pictures of every single comic. Like here's a Robin. This one that's got like a hollow on the front. So I mean, condition wise, not great. Looks like, yeah. See, there's another one that's got that corner wear, the corner damage from getting banged up. And so that's why I say you have to put some kind of rigidity in there. Even if it's a big enough stack of comics and it feels like it's rigid enough, you don't want the comic to supply the rigidity, because when something gets banged up, the rigidity is going to be the first thing it takes a hit. And if your rigidity is the comics, even if they are a trade paperback, they're still getting banged up. So put some cardboard surrounding it. So yeah, definitely a subpar packaging job. As far as the contents, I mean, it looks accurate. Other than that, I don't think it's supposed to be any particular condition. But when I see something packaged incorrectly and then it damages the contents, even if only minor, you know, it's a pretty big negative for me. So the packaging there is subpar. The accuracy looks right. I'm going to count these out and make sure it's 18, and we're going to go through them one at a time, take a look, see what I got. Hell, I don't know what I'm doing. Thing gets shuffled off the desk all the time. But yeah, I'm going to count them out real quick, make sure we got 18. This guy will probably get a positive review from me, but it's for the purpose of this video, it's not an A+ rating. Just because the way it's packaged will result in damage to the comics. So, 1, 2, 3, that's 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and it looks like 19. So, I'm pretty sure the listing said 18. Yeah, it says 18 on the lot. I'm going to give it one more count, make sure I miscount it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The Batman and Spawn's like, it's in a pack. Like, I guess it came like that back in the day, because you see it's got the sticker there. It says Clash of the Decade, and it's got it's got both trade paperbacks inside one plastic. So maybe he was counting that as one. even though technically that's 2 books. So I got 19 books. I'd say the accuracy on this one's an A+, because it came out of Comic Ahead, and I like the fact that a lot of them are trade paperbacks, because there's going to tend to be self-contained stories, and also they're going to be typically a little bit more valuable than just any other junk comic that you can grab. Yeah, we'll just go through them one at a time. Alright. Got some Batman Confidential. That's number 1. I don't know if I have that one. I do have some Batman Confidentials, but I'm not sure if I have that one. Okay, and then you got the Batman and Spawn in the plastic. The plastic's banged up, and you can see even tore through the plastic and damaged the comics. And then I showed you how they were warped a minute ago. So even though these are in plastic, they're definitely banged up condition. But the listing, I don't think has any particular grade or anything. It says mostly new. So I don't know if that's correct. But, I'd still say it's pretty accurate, especially when you come out of Comic Ahead. But new, yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, the Spawn and Batman trade paperback still in the plastic. Penguin Triumphant. Batman the Spirit, number 1. Batman Run Riddler Run. It's another trade paperback. This looks like the Batman Returns trade paperback, from the movie. You get your Michael Keaton Batman there. So yeah. I guess maybe that's the movie adaptation. It's definitely what it's looking like. I don't know if that contains the whole story or not. I guess maybe it does. I'd have to look through that closer. But yeah, the Batman Returns official movie adaptation. Pretty cool one I don't have. There's one called the Batman Gallery, number 1. You got Batman Incorporated, number 1. It's another series I have a few issues of, but I don't have number 1, I don't think. Here's a Batman Endgame, it's number 36. Okay, what is this? Detective Comics 1009. Year of the Villain, Dark Gifts. Here's a Batman Detective Comics 2011. Here's another Batman Detective Comics. That's 2010. So we got a few there in a row. That's pretty good. Here's one called The Joker, Showcase 94. That's number 1 of 12. Here's a Robin comic. It's Joker's Wild 2, I guess. It says Robin 2, Joker's Wild. That's issue number 4. Here's a Batman Gotham Knights. I have a few of these, but I don't think I have this one. This number, is that 24? Yeah, number 24. Here's a Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, number 11. Prey. I think I do have one of those. Here's a Batman Confidential, number 3. Also not... yeah, I'm not sure if I have that one or not, but I've definitely seen the cover. That's number 3. And Batman Confidential, number 2. So, I don't know, the accuracy, just because he said mostly new, I mean, they're not mostly new. I don't think any of these are new quality at all. I was going to give him a good one on accuracy just because he was giving me trade paperbacks, and then also you got an extra comic in there past what he said. Yeah, these all got spine stress, and then like I showed you, multiple where the corners are banged up from the way it was packaging. So I'm not gonna say A plus. I can't say A plus accuracy on it, even though I wanted to initially. Maybe like a B plus, something like that. So not the greatest, not the greatest. It's a decent pull. Came out a little bit cheaper per comic because I got an extra comic. But you saw how dinged up or how bad the Batman Spawn was, and then you saw the damage from packaging. And you, I don't know, maybe you didn't see the spine stress, but there's spine stress in all the comics. Like all the comics have the ticks on them. So then you've got some blunted corners, like are pretty regular occurrence in these comics. So yeah, it's not really accurate and not packaged very well. Shipped really quick. Shipped within like 2 days, literally. He sent it priority 2 day, and I mean I just placed these orders. Like, it had to have been like 2 days, so it was like snappy delivery. So yeah, I'm not gonna knock this guy. I'm not gonna give him a neutral or a negative, but I'm definitely not gonna give him a like 100% A plus. He'll get a positive review from me, but I'm gonna leave some comments about what was wrong with it in the review when I actually go on eBay and leave a review. So I'd say maybe the seller's worth checking out. Just be leery that, you know, maybe people's verbal representation of what they're selling you is not going to be quite right all the time. In fact, you know, maybe majority of the time it's not completely right. That doesn't always mean it's a bad deal. You just have to take that into account when you're placing orders of comics online. And some people's standards are going to be different than yours. You know what I'm saying? But these are definitely not mostly new, and they definitely got damaged in transit just because he didn't package it with protection. So, like I said, not an A plus, but he might be worth checking out. The name of the seller is Hassantak 0, I guess. I don't know. HASSANTAK 0. Hassantak 0. I don't know, but yeah, that's the seller's name. A decent seller. Like I said, if you have something you want and you seem like you can get it for a good value, it might be worth checking out. As long as you're not expecting it to get it in a new condition. If you're saying it's in a new condition, it's probably not going to be in a new condition. So. Yeah, he's probably worth checking out though. I'm not gonna knock him too much. So check him out. Check my stuff out. I'm gonna have links all down below for my different stores. Of course, I've got eBay, HipComic, eBid, and Bonanza. eBay's affiliate link, so it'll help me out regardless of what you buy through that link. But if you buy from me, you'll get a 5% off discount on the item store wide. But I prefer eBid. If you have a PayPal account and then you sign up for eBid and buy something from me in that store, mention you saw this video, and I'll give you a cash back of 5%, not just on the item but also on the shipping through eBid. But yeah, if you get any kind of values to these videos, as I've stated before, the shipping review is the main part of the video. I like showing off what's going on in my collection. You know, I just like going through comics. But I guess the main point of these videos is the shipping review aspect and the eBay unboxing aspect, so you can see what you can expect, and then maybe what you can expect from specific sellers as well. Even though I won't ever call it out in the title or tag the seller or anything like that, but I will always mention the seller's name because I'm trying to look out for other collectors out there. Yeah, I buy tons of these, lots of comics, and you know, I've been burned a time or two. I don't want y'all to be burnt. So that's kind of why I do these videos. But if you get any kind of value out of it, hit like, subscribe, and you know, join me next time. Like I said, I'd ordered about, since eBay was running that 5-time bucks, I went ahead and ordered several lots that day, probably at least 8 or 9 lots. So yeah, stick with me. I'll have several more of these coming up. But yeah, peace out, y'all. We'll see you next time.